Okay, so we've worked on a lot today. I'm just going to talk to you guys about some practice things. There's some drills you can do in between the lesson, again, so you can help remember that and practice the right things. We don't want to be practicing the wrong things. What's great about chipping in short game is that you can practice it in your backyard. It's unlike full swings. You can't rip 150-yard shots in your neighborhood, but you can chip in your backyard, which is good. So
depends on how much wine you drink.
Very true. So what we want to work on if we're just in our backyard or doing any practice things is setting that club face square. So we want to work on setting it square and taking the grip. Okay, and then you can literally let it go, set it back up, square, open the club face, take the grip. Just do that over and over again, and then eventually it becomes a habit. You don't even have to think about it.
I have a question. How would you do that going, like, you know how you want to put the face open in bunker shots?
Yes.
But you can't put the club on the ground.
Yeah,
right?
so what you can do in the bunker shot is stand just outside the bunker on the grass and work on that. So just kind of get in that motion of doing it, set it right next to the bunker. I know it's not the same thing, but it'll kind of get you in that same rhythm. And then, of course, if you come out here to the practice green, there's no rules. You can ground your club as much as you want, so you can practice it here. So once you get out onto the course, you don't break any rules. Okay? And secondly, it's just another drill that you can set up. It works here. I have it set up still with the green. I have 3 different tees, and you can. It's an actual representation of where we talked about where we want to land the ball. So this is an actual representation of where to land the ball, so you can play a different game. You know, I'm gonna try to land it at 1, and then 3, and then 2, and then 3. Different stuff like that. And I have it set up here on a green, but I want you guys to realize you can do this in your backyard. If you have hula hoops, balls, tees, even that, whatever you have, just set up at 3 different distances and work on trying to land it and switch it up. Don't just work on trying to land it at number 2. Hit those different shots, because out on the course, you'll always need as many shots as you can hit. So just work on those things. Those are just some different drills you can work on. So now we're getting towards the end of the lessons, guys. I just want to talk to you guys about some practice drills and recommendations for when you go out and practice, because what's important when we go out and practice is that we practice the right things. There's a saying that says practice makes perfect, and that's actually incorrect. Perfect practice makes perfect, because if we practice the wrong things, those will become bad habits, and then they'll be harder to fix. So just some of the stuff we talked about today was one with the putting arc. I know not everyone can go out and buy them, but they are cheap. Again, you just set it up right on the green, and you can follow the arc. You just aim it straight at the hole and follow the arc. You guys can also do this, if you don't have a putting arc, you can do it with tees. The way that works is just get on the putting green, take 5 or 6 tees and just set them in an arc similar to this, and then you can just work on keeping your putter inside those tees. So that's another way you can do it that's a little bit cheaper. Other drills we worked on were just speed drills. So we take those 3 balls and we hit the first one at a certain distance, and then we hit the next ball the same distance, try to hit it right next to the same one, and then again and again. So those are another drill. And the last drill, another one for speed, was working with the fringe drill, which is where we stood further back and we try to hit the first putt as short as we can, and then we try to hit the next ball just past that first one, but not too far. And then we keep going and going and going until you eventually hit one shorter, and then you start over and you try to see how many scores. So those are just fun games. You can play them with friends. You can do them inside. You can do them in your office, in your basement, in your living room, wherever you have carpet. That works too. That's what's nice about putting, is we can do them inside. But those are just some drills and recommendations I want you guys to hopefully work on, and that way for our next lesson, you'll be able to keep the same skills that we learned today. Good?
Sounds great.
All right. All right, guys. So as we're getting to the end of the lesson, I just want to talk about some practice recommendations that you guys can do when you're away from the lesson. So one of the most important things you worked on today was tempo. So it's just working on that same tempo, being smooth through the swing. So when you guys go out and hit some balls, if you listen to music or you say in your head a tempo like 1, 2, 1, 2. If you can keep doing that while you swing mentally, it'll start to follow through into your game. So it'll go 1, 2, 1, 2. And that's super important for a driver, because again, when you try to kill it, good things do not happen. We also worked on alignment, so using alignment sticks, and how once you put that down and you get your feet set, you don't have to worry about alignment anymore. And that's very good for your mentally and for your golf swing, because once you don't have to worry about it, you can just swing nice and easy and then have the best results. So those are just a couple things you guys can do on your own to work on it, and hopefully by the time you come back for the next lesson, you'll remember everything.